Welcome to our textbooks interactive website. Here you will find all sorts of resources as well as activities to use along with what you were doing in the class, or to go ahead and supplement things. If you need extra help, we have a resources tab and more. So let's get started. This is your homepage. Anytime you want to come back here, you would click on this Wonders icon. This To-Do tab will show up any work that you've been assigned by your teacher. And also, if there's any tests, you can also look back at past assignments. We have words to know. Now, right now, because we haven't started the program, it won't show up here, but you would see basically like flashcards online where you could see the front and the back of the card with the words and the definitions. And then we have where you can get different writing tips, mini lessons, example essays for you to look at that can show you this is what a friendly letter is supposed to look like. And then over here, games. When you click on games, your games will coordinate with what you have been assigned. So if your vocabulary words are destruction, collapse, and deflate, then in games, you'll be playing games spelling those words, identifying their meaning. We also have the read. And this is where any book that we're reading that week, we can assign and push out to you, and it'll show up here for you.
Adaptive learning.
And adaptive learning is a whole nother set of lessons and resources for you that are going to walk you through what we're doing again in the class. But you can select it, or your teacher can have you do certain ones. And if you go up here to your binder, again, this is like where it said your to-do list. You can also see it here in your binder. You can work on collaborative pieces, so you can work on different projects with classmates. And this is my favorite tab. This is the one you'll probably use most often. You can read any book, any story from any textbook that we have in class. So you're never without something to read. Okay, we have our practice book, our close companion reader. I like to call this the airplane book. We have our reader's workshop book. This is your soft practice book. We will be using this a lot in class. And there's more. So if you click on anything over here, you can find out more information. Skills practice is good, especially if you are learning the English language. You can practice on your own here. Again, you can look for any game. So let's say I want to practice prefixes. I don't have to wait for my teacher to assign it to me. I can go to games and search for prefixes. You can also watch videos. There's graphic organizers. There's even Study Sync as well. So if I'm looking for a particular thing, I can type it here in the search bar, and then it'll pull up some things for me. So here we have main idea and key details cards. We have practice book pages to use, and there's even more if you click on the next one. So these are some games that are right here to do. There's vocabulary, spelling activities, and word sorts with prefixes, and more. So anytime you want to brush up on a skill, or maybe you don't know what something is that your teacher is talking about, this is a perfect place to come and just say, I am not sure what idioms are. And right here, you've got practice, skills, games, and reader's workshop. Then in school to home, this is just a message that Wonders creates for your parents. We could also put some messages here, but normally if we're going to send anything home, we will send it home via email. You can also type notes if you want to save a resource for yourself or add something like this looks fun, I want to come back later, and then add the resource to you. And then again, here's all of your vocabulary words. So maybe it's a word from 3 weeks ago and you still are like, you know what, I don't understand what debris means. You can come back here and here's your vocabulary words for you. Here's our routine is to define the word, use it in an example, and then ask a question using the word as well. So I hope you enjoy. A really nice one, I just want to show you one more thing in the readers, is this multimedia tool. You can listen to any story. There's also interactive read alouds. So these stories are stories from our book, but they read the story to you as you can see the text. And so this is really beneficial, especially if you're struggling with phonics and decoding. You can hear
The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a prince who wanted to marry a true prince.
And the pictures, the words, and everything else are there all at the same time. So again, sometimes things that I want to show you here are popping up in a different window. You won't see it, but when you get here on your own, you can definitely check it out. That's all. Thank you very much.